Welcome in, trainers. Bonny here, or you can call me the Professor. My assistant Toasty and I have been studying ultra wormholes and Pokemon from across the multiverse. Let's get started. Trainers, do you remember last week when we met Mushroom? To recap, the Pokemon is packed with nutrients that seem to superpower Pokemon who steadily feast on it. Toasty and I had thoughts that the Pokemon was brimming with potential, and last week, we watched it evolve into Sprintoad, a Pokemon that gathers themselves in large communities with their newfound cognizance. This week, we've made some exciting new discoveries, learning that Mushroom is part of quite a complex family tree. Toasty, let's share our newfound findings with our trainers and students.
Already on it, Professor. Parallel from the multiverse. UB aggro.
We found this rather aggressive UB in the sewer system where it was terrorizing both Plumberats and other mushroom-oriented UBs we discovered last week. Turns out that UB aggro is a branched evolution to Mushroom, having gone a dark path in comparison to its counterpart Sprintoad. Every aspect of its design is sharp and threatening, as it relies on a false head to give it further protection as far as defense and intimidation as far as offense.
So how exactly did it evolve from Mushroom, Professor?
This is where we'll have to guess and check, Toasty, and we'll need to be diligent. We'll have to try out the usual suspects, testing out potential held items, setting up environments to kickstart evolution, and of course, trying to battle with the thing to level it up. We'll need to gather its typing first, which will really help us narrow down what's necessary to trigger an Evo out of Mushroom.
Parallel from the multiverse. UB putrid.
What we thought may have been an evolved form of Mushroom is in fact a form change, and UB Putrid is the result of Mushroom's potent regrowth factor gone horribly wrong. We were first tipped off by reports in the wild of different colored Mushroom who we thought were at first shiny variants, but clearly, UB Putrid is more than that.
It's kinda stinky, but it must be hurting on the inside. How sad.
Yeah, I know, Toasty, so we've got to try and figure out how to revert it back to its base form as Mushroom Prime ASAP. We'll also need to figure out, like UB aggro, how it reached its current state to begin with as well. My working theory is that the kinds of nutrients Mushroom feed on rebuild its iconic mushroom cap, and in this case, poisons itself inside and out.
Parallel from the multiverse. UB crunchy.
Entering the fray in the sewer system are these terribly snippy carnivorous plants who we couldn't help but compare to Carvanas, chomping at the bit to anything that enters its territory. UB Cruncher was named for its natural attacking method, which is to lie in wait, and then bite and hold its prey that got too close for its own good. They seem to enjoy nestling into pipes to protect their frail bodies, only exposing their massive head and jaws. It's rather patient, but we've observed them simply biting around when bored. As a seemingly primitive species, they seem to lack eyes, and as such rely on their other senses to guide them to their prey.
What other senses, Professor? It doesn't have a nose or no arms.
Peep that giant tongue, Toasty. I believe it uses that appendage as an extension of its senses. Sometimes you gotta make do with what you got.
Parallel from the multiverse. UB potent.
Another form of mushroom has been discovered. It's safe to say that UB Potent is the antithesis of the previous form change we discovered in UB Putrid. It seems mushroom of this variety reach a new level of vitality compared to its base form. Simply being around this Pokemon is so soothing, and I can't help but feel rejuvenated both physically and mentally. It's almost as if I've got a new lease on life with this mushroom one-upping the benefits of its original form.
Mamma mia.
I'm stoked to learn more about it, and now I'm feeling energized to finish today's case studies. We'll still need to figure out how all these form changes occur, what types these Pokemon are, how to revert them back to the base form.
Whoa. Slow down there, Professor. We'll get to all this soon, but you're getting a call.
Erica, a grass-type gym leader from Celadon City in the Kanto region, reached out to the Ether Foundation, who then in turn contacted us. Erica's love for nature can be seen in her beautiful garden, which has since become home to a brand new UB. While the creature itself is quite elegant and seemingly powerful, it's the Pokemon around it that's causing mayhem.
Civil War. Two armies.
Trainers. Sprintoads and UB Aggro are going at it, fighting to gain control over this new UB. Get down there and avoid the Portobello politics while you're at it, and stay out of truffle.
Parallel from the photographs. UB Toadstool.
Whoa, this UB is clearly related to all the mushrooms we met so far, but her aura reads a higher form of flora. Initial tests indicate that while she retains fungi-like properties, UB Toadstool has also unlocked traits of other plants and fruits. I think that's why all these mushroom Pokemon seem to blindly follow her authority. Toasty, I think we got royalty on our hands.
Do we need to bow or something?
I think we're good, but the other Pokemon would without question. They seem to view her as both a matriarch and a monarch, but something about their loyalty feels off at times. Anyway, it seems like this Pokemon, who oddly smells like peaches.
Professor? What was that?
What was what?
It sounded like you were trying to sing? If you could even call that singing.
What? I don't remember that at all. In fact, I forgot what I was just saying after I smelled that peachy incense.
On Professor's orders, Toasty here to assign the question of the day. Which Super Mario characters do you hope to see in the Super Mario Bros. Movie sequel? Describe them in full for extra credit. Be sure to comment your reply below by end of day. Goombash, the clumsy Pokemon.
Goombash have an incredibly tense rivalry with Sprintoads, of who they see as superior variants to themselves. Unable to sit still, they charge at their foes. They aim to destroy communities built by Sprintoad no matter the cost.
Mushroom, the rotten Pokemon.
When Mushroom and its base form settle into harsh or poisonous environments, it transforms into its putrid form. Absorbing pollutants into its cap, its entire being has fallen gloomy. Whereas a base form mushroom runs from predators, this variant puts itself out in the open, hoping to sap energy from its victims. Trapperana's steely features come from the Pokemon absorbing toxic minerals from sewer water. As they mature in darker environments, they hone their reaction time to make up for their lack of vision. They can lunge and bite at blinding speed, and nothing can break free of their clamp-like jaws. When Mushroom in its base form settles in thriving and lush environments, it transforms into its potent form. Absorbing pure and organic essence into its cap, its nutrients are supercharged, unlocking latent abilities within itself, such as the ability to hover indefinitely.
Princesses, the regal Pokemon.
Sparsely found in the wild, Princessins rule over kingdoms of many mushroom species, most notably Sprintoads. Her large mushroom-capped skirt acts as a parasol and lets her catch wind to float through the air. From above, she disperses sweet pheromones as spores to gather armies of loyal subjects.
Registration complete.
Perfect.
Thanks for watching today's expedition into the unbelievable world of the multiverse. I've been Bonny,
And I've been Toasty.
and we appreciate all your love and support. Until next time.
Don't be late.
And that's a wrap. Great job on today's episode, Toasty.
Thanks, Professor, and right back at you.
Let's go put on the game and... Wait, what's that sound? Sounds like a whole...
A whole bunch of Goombash. And wait, who's that Pokemon?
I've never seen those guys before.